No, I think that just gets him aroused, and then it's pictures of himself to finish.
That's gonna be the juice, man. For me, I'll just read and jerk off for like 6 months.
And I don't know if I haven't fact checked this or whatever.
All right, here we go for another episode of the Braver, Newer, Worlder podcast. I am the podcast. My God, who am I? Fuck, I don't know, the part-time boot. I'll be your host for tonight, maybe.
Yeah.
Here we are recording June 2nd, the year of the seriously getting more closer to the apocalypse, 2026. Like, 2 weeks and, the hockey stick curve continues towards destruction. Oh, Chronic AI, how you fellas doing this evening?
Doing all right.
What does all right mean?
Yeah. I'm here.
I'm here.
Yeah.
Slightly jaded. We're just kind of meh. Watching
I'm all right.
the
I'm
world
doing good.
crumble
There's some
around
positive,
us.
There you go.
There's some
Most
positive
as long
stories
as-
in the news.
Like, as long as we got, some decent weed, and we're okay.
Yeah, but see, I don't self-medicate anymore. So
That shit's on you, man. Like,
Yeah.
the world around you is telling you, please, for the love of God, self-medicate.
of course,
Yes.
my medication was getting me closer to my coffin than it was to actually helping.
Yeah,
me.
that's that fucking alcohol, man. You gotta let that shit go and
Yeah.
find some happier drugs. Honest to God.
I think that's all medications for the most part.
Yeah,
In
but
some way.
I mean, yeah, I get it. Alcohol's not the one, but as we drift closer and closer to the sun, I'm like, buddy, you got to pick something. Like,
Yeah.
you can't go down with just IBS. That ain't gonna work.
Potatoes and the rice, it's just not going to cut it.
Yeah,
Your
there's
runny
gonna be
eggs.
a point where I'm gonna show up at your door with a bottle of whiskey. I promise you. We're like, bitch, we're drinking this shit.
I would have no problem when the end. If I know the end's coming, give me the bottle. Like,
Give me the bottle.
Well, I mean, we've got a literal idiocracy level wrestling ring in front of the White House right now. So Mike Judge, this is what the part I don't get about it all. We grew up reading, watching, listening to all the stories that are actually happening right now.
Yeah.
Some people took that shit as a fucking how-to guide.
I mean, he's probably pulling from that stuff as history.
That's
And,
what
you know?
exactly, right? Like,
The sad thing is I guarantee you Donald Trump has never seen Idiocracy.
well,
I would guess not. Yeah.
I feel
just-
like the only thing he watches for porn is videos of himself.
Or the backstage camera footage of the beauty contestants.
No, I think that just gets him aroused, and then it's pictures of himself to finish.
Well, that was actually like in the world of the Stormy Daniels, and much respect to that woman. I love her to death. She's actually been on tour with a Charlotte comedian. I'm going to probably say his name wrong, his last name wrong, Steve Hostetter, but a real
I know
cool
that dude.
guy that I follow
I mean,
on Facebook and other socials. Who he was from Pittsburgh. Oh, I don't know if he was from Pittsburgh, but he lived in Pittsburgh for a while. And he had a cool kind of story where, like, he dropped his talent agency or his management agency because they were also managing Kanye. And he kind of went out on his own and did his own thing and bought his own place and did it himself. Like, and he seems like he's like massively successful doing that. And I give the dude much respect. But circling back to what I was actually saying about Stormy Daniels and the Orange Turd and his enjoyment of what are we going to call it, self-flatulation or self-masturbation,
self-love.
whatever, inside
whatever.
of the event. And all respect to Storm, because she's the only person that fucking ever got paid for dealing with that dickweed. Like, right, she got a check, and for like 20 minutes worth of work, but part of it was like spanking him with a magazine with his face on the cover.
And then wasn't the rest of the time?
Response I was looking for.
Yeah. And then the rest of the time he was watching TV. Carolina just scored. They're up 1-0.
Nice.
1935, so that's less than 30 seconds into the
Wow, they
first.
just wow, like off the face off, my boys taking in. Yeah. Side note: the NHL playoffs have started this evening live as we record this episode, and at least two of us are very interested in.
Well,
If you notice the light that shines on the wall behind me, I've
yeah.
sequestered myself in my room so that I can be doing this podcast and watching the game at the same time.
So
Very
I
nice.
was wondering who you guys pull for, or do you want to finish what you were talking about?
Well, okay, so in the world of it, yeah, like that was just part of the whole. What I don't even know how we got on that, but like Stormy, you know, I don't know, what did you say earlier? Yeah, about like Trump, jerking off to himself and
Masturbating
stuff. Yeah,
based looking
like
at
he only
himself.
watches his own porn. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
totally it. He is encased in his own circle. People are telling like there's like some 20-year-old fucking bimbette pretty much doing all his tweets at this point. Like he's just got it, he's such a puppet, and it's I'd be I have empathy, and I still can't wait for the fucker to die. Like I can have both feelings. Like right now, I'm a complex individual. I'm fine with it. But yes, I can have total empathy for him as an individual because I feel like it's just sad at this point. He's so fucking pitiful.
I have no empathy for him. I pity him.
I mean, well,
I
if
guess
you
I'm
were
a
raised by a
related a
fucking
little bit.
monster and you'd be the same person. Like you gotta it's just weird to think like he didn't just choose to be this way in a lot of ways,
Have,
but I can have
have
the
you
He
empathy,
was
but I still
drawn
don't have
this
to
way.
agree with any of it. I still
have
like
y'all
I will
heard
go
oh
ahead.
sorry, I was gonna say, have y'all heard his origin story? Like he's the bad guy of Marvel or a evil villain. And I don't know if I haven't I haven't fact checked this or whatever. It goes along with some of what I've heard. It just hasn't gone as far back into his family history. But he was an immigrant. His family was an immigrant, which is cool. Like we all were, right? No big deal. But his grandfather opened up a business of some sort in New York. It failed. Didn't go off, which is kind of weird because that's kind of what his family is known for, I guess, starting failing businesses and moving on to the next one. Granddad went and started a business in Yukon, not the University of Connecticut, but in the Yukon, Canada, the
Real
51st,
cold, like real up north parts of Canada
way up north, the
where it gets
51st state,
real
if he has
cold.
his way. Yeah. He opened up a brothel, and that's where the family money came from because he opened it up during the gold rush to the Yukon. So all the prospectors were coming up there and bringing straight in all the gold dust they found and giving it to the fucking, grabbing the women by their pussies and
Heck,
fucking, just giving for gold, exchanging for gold dust. So his grandfather's family wealth came from opening a brothel in the Yukon from the gold rush, which then his father got a loan from his father, Trump's grandfather, to start his businesses, and then repeats. Trump gets a loan from his father to start his businesses, and it rolls downhill.
well, the grandfather I can have respect for. I have no problem with sex workers.
No,
I have lots of problems with people like exploiting others. And, from what I understand, the Trump's father was basically a slumlord in New York, very racist, and would drag little Donnie around with him and to people and like point out how terrible these people were and how they were just dregs. So I mean, the whole family is just, I mean, they've been reporting on him for years about how, awful they all are. I, the awfulness is out in the open. It's not a secret anymore. Jesus Christ. Like, like I'm so fucking far beyond this bullshit that we're trying to pretend like there's like any of it needs to make any goddamn sense. Like, right. That's
yeah.
kind of where I'm at. Like, I'm just reacting to the what's now, what's happening. And like, it is fucking crumbling because you people are still propping up this goddamn monster. So if hopefully we can step past this maybe in the next election cycle. And I digress.
Well, enough people chastised him about the $2 billion slush fund that he's backed off of that.
Yeah, and like what has he done since then? He's put someone who thinks that like what every national park should be like a opportunity for drilling in charge of national parks. He put a person who was running like one of the largest private prison companies in charge of ICE. So like it never fucking ends. Every time they replace someone, it is with someone fucking worse. Somehow. I don't know how that keeps happening. They like Chronic, you mentioned it last week about the swamp. Like they just they had to drain the swamp because they had to dig under the swamp to find more wretched fucking creatures. Like, and it's like, you
Yeah.
have to drain it first because, right, you have to dig. So these fucking whatever out of the depths of the swamp creatures that they keep pulling up, they just keep getting worse and worse. So
think he's getting people not that he knows that they're going to be loyal to him, but people he has dirt on that he knows they have no choice but to be loyal to him.
I think there's a lot
Control.
of that going on right now. Like, I am like so looking forward to the if we okay, this is all in parentheses, if we survive all this, like the afterwards when they all start turning and all the actual good journalism starts coming out about this, like that's going to be the juice, man. For me, I'll just read and jerk off for like 6 months.
Did you hear that it's not the same person, but the booking agent that was in charge of booking all of the acts that were for this 250 anniversary was named Jeff Epstein?
No, I didn't know that was his name.
Yeah. Not
Wow.
so it's Jeff. It's not, and it's not the same person. But like Jeff Epstein is in charge of booking all the acts.
So do you guys get like did you guys get like the general overview of what happened with all this bullshit?
Two
So
different organizations.
exactly. There was an America 250 bipartisan group that was formed about 10 years ago that was going to handle all this, right? But
Yep.
nope.
Nope.
He fucking maggot fight it and just put all his bitches in there and they called it Freedom 250 and they just
Something similar enough to where people wouldn't recognize the difference.
yeah, just like keep the branding just close enough. Like it's the slimiest shit that everyone in America hates. It's the fucking telemarketers. It's the slimy marketing. It's the shit you get in the mail that says you have to respond or you're going to be fucking fined. And it's total bullshit. Like it's all scams. That's
Car
what they
salesman.
operate. That's their playbook. And the dirt they have on each other, like I can't wait for it. Like that is like, I'm telling you, that's going to be my new kink in 2 years.
Hope it comes out.
Yep.
I want it to. Let's expose these fuckers, all of them, every single one of them. I don't care if it's a family member of mine or fucking whatever. Fucking let's expose this shit and put you away and stop it.
And why wouldn't they want that? They're doing it so blatantly out in the open that you have to think you're righteous and justified. So if somebody just says, hey, this, just kind of exposes it, which is kind of what they do, they just double down and say, yep, that's exactly what, it's like double down, move forward. They just keep plowing ahead with their bullshit. So you guys still think we're having elections in November?
On the surface, we will have, yeah.
Leaning towards no.
I don't know. Like all of like the special elections are looking good. Everything Mondani's doing in New York, not only is it looking good, he's making that shit look easy.
Quickly. Which,
like, if this is why they hate him, just to be clear, because he's getting shit done quickly. Everyone loves him, and no billionaires are getting richer.
Yes.
Well, he's got to be doing something evil and malign in the background because he's a Muslim.
So people are like, wait a minute, this is what socialism looks like? And you guys said this, like, so
Give me
I don't
socialism.
even know at this point who the fuck is still like on the bandwagon with the maggots? Like who's still there?
Too many.
Really though?
There's that religious base. It's that religious base. It's the Christian religious base that's with him. I really think it's
Christian.
We're definitely putting Christian in quotation
people.
marks on that one.
I mean, however you identify.
Just say it. Yeah.
Whatever. I get it. But,
So
they think they're Christian and that's fine because they believe in Christ, which just makes that's all it takes to be a Christian is the belief in Christ.
They believe in Christ, but not his teachings.
Not at all anything he said.
Right.
Okay.
But yeah.
Minnesota this week. Republicans voted. I don't know if either of you guys saw this story. So Dolly Parton is a fucking angel. First of all, that woman is a fucking American treasure and an angel, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And just is a philanthropist, gives money away, blah, blah, blah. Fantastic person. She gives $5 million a year in Minnesota so that poor kids get free books in the mail every week. That's just her
Wow.
doing her thing. Minnesota Republicans just voted to make her stop doing that. Make
What?
it make fucking sense. Make it make any kind of sense.
What's their reason?
Because, well, my answer is the
Books.
cruelty's always been the fucking point.
Yeah,
No,
but
it's
what are they
books and
saying?
reading.
Yeah.
It's books and reading. They want to take away literacy from the fucking
Because
people.
we love the poorly educated.
Yep.
I'm going to
Exactly.
expand the I love the poorly educated to we love the poorly educated for those motherfuckers.
Right.
Because, how many, what is it? What's the number? Like 40 to 50% of Americans read below a 6th grade level?
No way.
I don't know what it is, but it's insulting.
It's
It's
insultingly,
insulting.
it might even be
It's
6.
embarrassing.
It's embarrassingly low.
Of course, I should see by the way people write on Facebook. It's like, what, is that an actual sentence? Is that
It's
where's the
exactly it.
punctuation? I can't make sense of it. You know.
And their vote counts just as much as yours, and in some places, a lot more.
That's true. That's true. Which is funny
Yeah.
because you're kind of against, like kind of against like poll taxes, different things and stuff, right? But are you against the literacy test for
Am I?
voting? I don't know if I am. I
I
think
don't know
like
anymore. Am I,
because, and this is the thing, the difference between a tax, a like, and this would be the thing with it, right? You don't monetarily penalize somebody. It's not like it's not a money penalty, but you do have to pass a literacy test or an orally administered literacy test.
Okay.
Like if
Okay.
you can't read, you could like, cause you know that person that like maybe they can't read, but they're fucking smart as a whip, right? They've heard
now,
things, they
does
know
that test
things.
have to be administered in English?
No, yes. Unfortunately, in my opinion, hey, I love everybody. I'm trying to learn another language right now. I'm trying to learn Spanish hard. I want to be able to communicate with people. I love being bilingual. I want to be bilingual. I have huge respect for anyone who's bilingual. I would wish I could speak every language in the world. However, in America, we have the American English language, and that's what everything needs to be because that's just the way everything runs smoothly.
But you can live in America and not speak English and get by just fine. Like we've seen communities where that's possible. We've worked with people where that's possible.
Possible. I mean, and like I said, I'm not saying that you can't. I'm not saying that at all that there can't be communities of people that are,
But
like,
like in order to vote, so I don't know. I
well,
mean, I don't
and
know.
and it's
In a land full of
I don't know.
immigrants, I feel like the voting should be multilingual.
What to be able to vote, you have to
Okay.
read the ballots.
But it can be presented in different languages. I mean, but then names are names, and
Okay.
there's that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
mean,
There's names are names.
look, I can't like say that I have an experience of trying to be a foreigner, an immigrant, or anyone who's legally here and trying to vote. Like I voting for me is the easiest fucking thing in the world, right? It's like 2 blocks away. It's not a problem. Blah blah blah. So, but I
I
do.
would just like, for me, like if say I wanted to emigrate to France, right? Like I love the culture. I wanted to be Jim Morrison and move to, and be a poet and do whiskey and just write poetry. I'm going to do that in France for the end of my life, right? I go there, I get my citizenship and stuff. I expect to vote, like, and name any other, insert any other country there. Like they're going to expect you to speak French or Italian or, like German or, so, and I, as an immigrant going there would want to learn how to speak
All
that
right.
native language and
I'm
stuff.
gonna throw a fucking monkey wrench right in your logic here, because no, I
Dodgeball.
love. Yeah, I took languages in school, and then I got lazy about it. We worked together, and we worked with a lot of Latino dudes, and we incorporated our Spanglish. Like we managed to get along, and like that's I'm kind of proud of that. Like it's part of the culture now, right? Whatever.
I love it. Me
And
encanta.
I've
Mucho
I have
mi amigos en trabajo.
see I I respect you for learning a language, but I have recently gotten like uber like lazy about wanting to learn a language or trying to learn a language. And here's why: because the technology is going to take over. Google new Apple AirPods will
Yeah.
translate for you.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm like, why should I put in the, I try to be an efficient, lazy human being. I try to be efficient in my laziness, if you will. So I'm like, why should I go out and learn a language when in about 2 years I'm gonna have all the languages?
Well, there are already apps that'll do it. You speak into it,
Certainly.
pops it out in the other
And Google
language.
Translate will do it for you and stuff like that. But like I
Work
said,
smarter, not harder.
the in time earbuds, that's the thing. Like it'll translate it into your ear,
Yeah.
which is pretty damn hot. Like so, absolutely go learn the language, make do your homework, make yourself a better human being. I love it. And that was I'm just sharing my personal anecdote of like when I saw that coming down the pike. Like I love to like look like a few technologies or at least a few generations ahead when I see things coming. Like, right? Like I never bought like the big ass laser discs. I'm like, they're just gonna make them smaller. So I just waited. Like they're just gonna make them small. I had
Right.
friends of mine with like thousands of dollars in laser discs where you had to flip those bitches over, man. In some movies. So, but no, I just wanted to like in the world of like being able to communicate and back to the vote, if a person can have the technology to understand and communicate inside the language and be in the country, then what's the fucking difference?
There's not.
Right?
No,
So
there's
that's
not.
kind of,
It's
so now that technology kind of like took over and trumps the whole, I'm not going to call, it's not really a racism, but like almost like a racist ish opinion about it, if you will. I don't know what else to say about it. I don't know how else to describe it.
I mean, it's I don't I mean, I'm not saying I'm racist
No,
because
no,
I
no. That's what I'm
use
trying to like
language.
find the words, and they're just not there to describe the actual situation. Like, because it's really not racist, even though technically it kind of is. You know what I mean?
No, it has nothing to do with race. It's a linguist thing, and
Okay.
it's only because it makes not business, but it just makes the way think. And you're 100% right. I love the monkey wrench that you're with the technology and stuff. And so, speaking from personal experience, right? We've all had to talk to, or maybe people haven't. I don't know, but like you said, with our construction amigos, you speak to these people as an American in America with your English, and we all can talk to each other, and we know 100,000 words to describe every situation, right? And we just talk to each other. And you speak to an amigo, and they say like, "Yeah, see, no, I know. Where's the bat?" And you're all kind of, and you get that from it's in that that it. And like I said, I'm you get it from anybody, whether they're French or African or Asian. If when you're talking to them and you can't communicate, but you're in the land where you can communicate with everyone, you just kind of like, well, this person's stupid, right? Well, like as soon as and like that's just a thing. I don't know. And I'm not meaning stupid. It's tongue in cheek, right? But like it's just hard to communicate with a person that you can't. But when I'm trying to learn. So I try to speak with people.
That's
And
great.
I'm trying to speak Spanish with Spanish people. And you know who feels like a fucking idiot and a fool and a moron? This guy. I can't communicate at all with these people. I'm very much like a si, ande, trabajo, hey. Yeah, I can't communicate. So when I speak, and most of the people I speak with in Spanish, or most people I speak anywhere that can speak English a little bit as their second language, are way better at it than I am at Spanish. So I'm an idiot. I'm a moron. I'm not trying to talk down to anybody. I'm not better than anybody. Totally get these language barriers are not an intelligence thing.
Well,
Just
certainly.
because someone can't speak the language, I do not think that they're stupid. In fact, I think they're very, very, very smart. But you just until we come up with a better solution, and maybe this is old of me, but like it generally works better when there's one national language in the country. There has to be like you just now, but just like you said, there's probably an obscure argument because with the translation technology and stuff that's coming online, as long as people can communicate with each other, I'm
Well,
fine.
and you say as long as there's like one national language, but you look at most of Europe and most of those countries, most Europeans speak 4 or 5 languages. Like
They
that's
Yeah, but
speak it, but they still
that's
have national languages, but they all are multilingual. In America, we have one national language and we pride ourselves on being unilingual. while in other countries where they pride themselves on being multilingual. Maybe that's just my opinion, but I think that's an American difference to Europe.
And
Well,
European countries are more like states in the US, size wise and proximity wise to each other. So you got to expect a lot of crossover of languages there.
But they're size-wise, yes, but not in because they have definite borders and definite governments that are different from our interstate commerce and interstate laws and travel
True. Yeah, yeah,
that we
yeah.
have in our
Yeah, yeah.
states. So that changes things.
Okay.
we have accents and dialects. Like I think I've said on a previous episode, like I've had to translate between two people I've worked with, one from Worcester, Massachusetts, and one from Mississippi. So they were both technically speaking English, but
And much further apart than some of the people between like Germany and France
exactly. Like, and yeah, exactly.
or
And
Liechtenstein or Austria or Poland, or Belarus, any of those countries. Like, and that's what again, I'm not better than anybody. I'm not trying to be like nationalist or whatever. Like, if we can come up with a system, I just like if people, I'm not trying to keep anybody out necessarily from the voting
yeah, sure.
situation at all. That's really not about the voting. It kind of, and honestly, I don't really care. What bothers me is that everybody else, like especially the Republican Party, everybody that's happy about all these ICE raids, right? All these fucking people are so pissed off about, and mostly it's their argument about like, we need America to be white and free of brown people and stuff. Nobody boycotts McDonald's or Walmart or any of these stores that, like, as soon as you walk in there, half their advertisements are in Spanish. If capitalism didn't want us to sell to these people and we were really didn't want people to read, we wouldn't put out advertisements that people, we'd put out everything would be in English. So you had to learn the language, but we don't. We put out stuff in Spanish
Well,
so that
Walmart
people will buy stuff.
is just they're gonna do what they got to do to sell the most stuff to the most people, and they do it very, very well. So
Yeah,
they
they do.
know
They do.
who's buying
And they
stuff.
made Bentonville, Arkansas a great bike park. So I love Walmart.
That's a great area of the country, man.
But yeah,
It's
I'll be at
beautiful,
my
but
shop here in a week.
yeah.
I
So
meant
anyway, I don't I don't fucking care. If you want to vote, fucking vote. I
what
don't
don't
care.
we have isn't there one state that has already said if ICE agents show up at our polling stations, we will have them arrested.
That's
Did
possible.
I
You
read
might
that?
want to fact check that. I know what's happening right now is there's a situation in New Jersey, but I just want to make sure I got to put a bow on the whole what we were just talking about. Just want to make sure that's all wrapped up here. So yeah, what are we talking about? Like speaking the language? What was the thing? Should you be able to vote if you can't speak? Was that the actual question? Like when we started, like should you be able?
Might have been, yeah. Well, yeah, because I think because we were talking about like poll taxes and stuff, which I'm against, but like literacy tests, can you read? Because we were equating literacy with intelligence, I guess, or maybe not intelligence per se, but knowledge. Maybe not intelligence, because I don't mean to imply that people who can't read are stupid, but a certain type of
No, but
intelligence.
I think that curve would lean a certain way if
And there are
I
plenty
mean,
of
not
dyslexic people
I don't know
who
how
are
you would how do you
brilliant.
test though because you have to have knowledge like in an IQ test. But I'm not going to go down too far down that road. But we did say we were talking about reading and I did bring up the point that we like there's a very depressing statistic that like I want to say like 50-60% of Americans read below like a 6th grade level, man. And that kind
just
of
bad,
goes down that path. It's depressing AI. You should
bad.
probably look into it. It's a bad, bad,
What
bad
age?
number.
Like
Yeah.
18 and older?
And it explains a lot of what is happening at the moment.
I didn't see when it happened, but it's now 2-0 Carolina.
I saw a lot of flashing, so it looked like something was going on your
Nice.
wall. There's a lot of
That's even better because like Vegas romped Colorado. Like I
They
think they
did.
swept them 4 games straight. And Colorado was a strong team, and Vegas crept into the playoffs with 39 wins
they
somehow.
fired their coach mid-season, didn't they?
That worked out for the Penguins several years back. They did the
Okay.
same thing, turned it right around midseason. I don't know what it is about some of those guys, man, but they had a coach they would not play for. They fired that guy, and man, they went on fire. So,
Then starting.
not to get on too much of a tangent, but so yeah, so we're done with that conversation.
Yeah.
Over. So
We're
we're
just talking
gonna
about hockey for a minute.
So yeah, we were kind of going towards hockey,
Yeah.
like the
Who do you guys
Carolina.
pull for?
And Vegas just scored.
Okay, so now
Vegas
it's
just
Holy
2-1
scored.
cow.
Vegas. So we
Damn.
were
So,
talking
which
about
Tight,
like
isn't
our
it?
allegiances, AI, and how
Yeah.
we have like these hierarchical allegiances in hockey.
Yeah, I know
Yeah.
your top teams, obviously.
So I was born and raised in Western Pennsylvania. I now live in Charlotte, North Carolina. So my allegiance is the Penguins first, the Canes second, any
Okay.
Canadian team after that.
Any Canadian team. Okay. Okay.
yep, yeah,
And I
basically.
feel like Chronic has like the Wings and then like any original six.
Bingo.
Just 2 tiers for you, Chronic?
No, there's 3. I mean, like, because Wings is the 1, and then original 6, except for Boston, is 2,
Except for
and
Boston, they can go fuck off.
fuck Marchand.
Fuck Martin.
He's a
He's
great
not
player.
even there
Fuck him.
anymore.
He's not. I know, but that's where he started. But yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Because was he at Florida last year when they won? Was
Yeah.
that right? Again, he's a fucking amazing player,
So
son of a
goddamn
bitch.
good. You just hate him if he's not on your team.
Yeah, but yeah, and then so the third tier is then it goes to like where I think usually I want a northern team. The more northern, the better, because it's hockey. It's
That's
ice hockey.
right.
And
Do you want to see Edmonton win one with?
yes,
Yeah, I do
yes,
too. I just want to see Edmonton win
Draisaitl
one
and
with Draisaitl and Matthews. Is it?
no, it's not
No,
Matthews.
it's not
It's
Matthews. It's the other guy,
McDavid.
McDavid. Yeah, McDavid
Yeah.
and Draisaitl. You just want to see them win.
Yep, I do. They
That's what's
deserve
so
it. I mean,
great
they're
about
such an
hockey.
amazing team.
These guys, it breaks down on these like national levels and then these other kind of levels, and you see these guys and hockey and the NHL, and I don't even know, it's probably beyond the NHL. It's probably like the international level. They do such a great job of like making their product interesting, like right. And I don't even think they give a shit that they're not the biggest sport on the planet because they're never going to be. But I give them so much credit and so many kudos on just their structure. They keep the game interesting. Like there's the what's the four countries, the 4 nations tournament that they do. What? You didn't heard of that?
I
Yeah.
haven't apparently. I
Yeah,
mean,
they
they
do
probably
like
have, but
they did it. I'm sorry, they did it this last year with like 4 different countries. They had like a little tournament: Sweden, Canada, US, and one other one. So just in
shit.
general, hockey's just got it going on, man.
Which makes it, like and they don't advertise it this way, right? The hunt for Stanley's Cup, right? It's not, but like in baseball or basketball or football, it's like world champions. Like you only played Americans in America, right? Like how are you world
Always bugged me.
champions,
Yeah.
right? And
Yeah.
hockey's a little bit closer to that, and they don't even call it a world championship. They're just like, yeah, you won the Stanley Cup, but
So yeah, Chronic, I'm not crazy. It's called the 4 Nations Face Off. They did it in 2025.
okay,
You didn't see it? It was players from Canada, Finland, Sweden, and the US. They had a tournament.
nice.
Yeah.
I like it. That's awesome. I just don't have usually I don't, other than like this time of year, I don't have TV services and subscriptions and stuff. So I kind of just miss a lot of things.
I guess that was kind of one of those like mid-season or alternative things that they did. It was kind of like, I don't know, basketball does that like in-season tournament that they do. I'm not the biggest basketball fan in general, but I will say I'm kind of interested in this final, segueing into the other, the NBA final. We've got the New York Knicks and the San Antonio Spurs. And I'm kind of digging the storyline. First of all, I'm a huge Howard Stern fan, so they're chatting about it on his show, right? Because the Knicks are in it. And the Knicks are a fucking strong team right now. I mean, they barreled through the goddamn playoffs. And then now they're the underdog to San Antonio because San Antonio's got Wembanyama. Is that, you guys hear anything about this or listen
I mean,
in on
he's
that?
Wembanyama, the real tall dude.
Tall, skinny
7'4"
from France.
But I gotta say, man, this dude looks like a baby giraffe.
No, he's 7'6", isn't he?
7'7".
Baby giraffe.
I'm just
He's-
saying, his limbs are like, they look like balsa wood. So, but the thing is, for a big man, he can shoot from the outside.
He's skilled. Yeah.
He's very skilled. There's no doubt about it. And he can shoot from long range. Plus, he's like over everybody. So if you can shoot from there from 23 feet, man, you can make a hell of a career out there. But I'm like, I'm like, and they're like saying that, like, what are they going to do? I'm like, well, what would Charles Barkley do with that little dude? Like, just put that big old butt into him and bruff him up. And I mean, I think you got to get physical with them.
It's a different
Let's see.
game these days than when Charles Barkley played.
Do they not get in there and bump and get physical? Or
As tall as he is to Charles Barkley, if Charles Barkley put his ass into him, he might break his knee.
I'm just saying, in the world of coaching, I feel like if you're going to play, the defense to this guy is to play him physically. And AI, you say the game's changed. Like, has it changed physically in that manner? Can you not play that way? Like, tell me more.
It's not nearly as physical as it used to be. And I'm no NBA fan, but back in the day of Michael Jordan, I mean, they used to beat the hell out of him
Yeah.
and get away with it. Yeah. These days, you see all the flopping these days. People a foot away from me, and I'm just going to flop, and they'll call a foul. I was like, seriously?
Yeah, I've seen some YouTube videos that are like, are you kidding me? Like, you guys make soccer players look, like they have integrity.
But really,
Yeah.
the NBA has become a three-point shooting contest. That's what the NBA
You know,
is.
I absolutely agree with you there. Yeah. And that's why, like, I hope, good luck to the WNBA, because the little that I've watched of that, and like I said, I'm just not a basketball fan in general. But anytime I've flipped over to the WNBA, I'm like, I love watching good fun.
Pure basketball.
It's
Yes.
good, pure. But then I hear like they're more gangster than the fucking dudes. Like, and I'm like, what? I'm like, oh yeah, this chick's beating her wife, and this one's doing this. Like, god damn, girls, like, help yourselves out a little bit. Well,
Maybe.
I'll segue that right into Happy Pride Month, everyone.
Yay! I love it. Pride, go Pride, go have happy
Like,
people, go out and prosper.
I felt
Fucking love
bad
it.
because I'm like, damn, I'm trying to I love watching your fundamentals, but I don't want to hear your bullshit stories about beating your wife any more than I want to hear about dudes beating their wives. Like,
Yeah, fucking yeah. But speaking of AI, old AI, like the shit. Not that he was a wife beater, but he had his fucking run-ins with the law and stuff, But Allen
My
Iverson,
namesake. Yeah.
Yeah,
which I
right.
love, fucking. Yeah, I loved him, man. He's fucking. I loved him, badass, the original fucking badass. One of the originals, I don't know, but anyway, yeah.
Well, speaking of Pride Week, tell us about Josh. Tell us about the event on the White House lawn that's coming up soon.
Well,
Pride
no.
Month.
So, okay. Well, I can incorporate Pride Week into this idiocracy bullshit
It is
we
Pride
got going
Month,
on.
right? Not week. I
No,
said it.
no, I can. I can do this. So, the Fanta Führer is hosting an event that has basically all the talent that has drawn out, and I'm not going to hate on any artists, So no one other than maybe Vanilla Ice and Kid Rock want to play this thing.
Well, Vanilla Ice is still.
Yeah, I think Vanilla Ice will pretty
Definitely
much do anything at this point. So a couple of things have happened. The first thing that happened about this was they said they were going to give tickets to this UFC Dana White sponsored, event, which in the world of Pride Month, like, it's basically just dudes rolling around on the ground with their faces in each other's crotches. So, like, so there's that.
I mean, you're drawing fine lines there.
Right. So, they can say they don't want gays in the military, but, they kind of throwing some mixed signals back to the public on that one. So, Whiskey Leaks Headset says that they're only going to allow service members, because nobody wants to go to this fucking thing. So they're going to give service members tickets, but the service members have to have been able to, they have to be able to pass the, his physical requirement. He's like the no fatties rule.
Jesus.
But then it gets better. So I saw, and I hope this, I don't know if I sent it to you guys or not, but I hope this is true, where a bunch of gay people are trying to get tickets to this event, and they're just going to make it the most glittery, the most out fucking gay thing ever, which, oh my God, please come true, please come true, please come true. Like, I just want this to be, this is the way, for Trump, for this thing, for him to just be with a microphone just talking and basically just bloviating and self-flatulating his own bullshit into him and not even listening to himself with a bunch of fucking queens and twinks just and bears just fucking rocking it. That would be the greatest footage in the history of this country. Like that would be the turning point of America, literally, where they go, yep, we all get it now. So I want that to happen more than anything.
So bad.
So bad.
I support all of you. I love y'all. You're great. You need to
100%.
succeed.
I want
Fucking-
all the
fucking-
Rainbow Warriors to show up and just make it the
Fucking do it.
gayest fucking 4th of July ever. Please,
That's
please,
right.
please, please, please.
Absolutely.
And literally while Trump's on stage thinking he's like, people are loving him and he's doing his fucking jerking two dudes off at once dance that he likes to do. Like that'll fit right in.
Now, doesn't Mr. Orange Crush own stock in this
In the event
UFC?
itself?
In UFC?
I don't know. I mean, is the UFC a publicly traded company? I don't even know. That's Dana White's deal. Even Dana White is funny because he said he's he's non-political, he's nonpartisan, but he spoke at like multiple Republican events. Like, me. All right, what's the score of the hockey game?
It just was the end of the first, not tied, but scores 2-1. Carolina's up. Yep. I think shots were in favor of Carolina.
Gotcha. All right. Well, so this is kind of one of those moments that you were talking about, Chronic. So we're at the 42-minute mark, and I'm going to ask, do either one of you have anything you want to bring up right now? Because the AI, do you have a skit that you have planned for the evening about eggs? Because Dawn was asking.
Don't, but I will try to have more of those in the future. I do have a quick anecdote. Chronic said a couple of things that made me think of it.
I could use a bathroom break.
This is the
Let's go.
time.
Well, maybe we segue into that.
And cut. That's how that goes.